I will give you glory, O God, my King. I will bless your name forever. I will bless you day after day, and bless your name forever. The Lord is kind and full of compassion, slow to anger, abounding in love. How good is the Lord to all. Compassionate to all his creatures. All your creatures will thank you, O Lord, and your friends will repeat their blessing. They will speak to the glory of your reign and declare your might, O God. The Lord is faithful in all his words and loving in all his deeds. The Lord supports all who fall and raises all who are bowed down.
Hello, Monsignor Daniel McHugh. My reflection for the 14th week of the year and the Apostleship of the Sea. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. On Wednesday evening, I went to meet the daughter of a West Indian lady I first met in Holy Souls Church, Acocks Green, about 50 years ago. I have been asked to be celebrant at her mum's requiem because of that first meeting where I showed interest in her mum, which led to her to continue in the Catholic Church throughout the rest of her life. She came to the West Indian chaplaincy, which I went on to set up in 1974 in Aston in Birmingham. I've gone on to different roles in the Archdiocese and haven't kept in touch, but it was that initial welcome that led her mum to a deeper love of the Eucharist, where she felt she touched God. I'm quoting her daughter. I was moved by that story and the fact that other priests and lay people had kept her in touch with the Holy Eucharist in the chaplaincy and her parish, not least in St. Ambrose Barlow, Hall Green, where special ministers of the Eucharist had taken Holy Communion to her in her daughter's home in more recent years as her health declined. I am reminded of the Holy Father's intention for July, always drawn to our attention on the eve of the First Friday when we honour the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We pray that Catholics may place the celebration of the Eucharist at the heart of their lives, transforming human relationships in a very deep way and opening to the encounter with God and all their brothers and sisters. The Pope's intentions are entrusted to the entire Catholic Church through the Pope's worldwide prayer network. This month it is beautifully unpacked and presented by the Archdiocese of Detroit in the USA in a Pope video for the month of July. Because it is Sea Sunday this weekend, I have to draw attention to the conversion of Bishop Bernard Ullathorne, William Bernard Ullathorne, who later became our first Catholic Bishop of Birmingham. He went to sea at the age of 15, and it was a fellow seaman who took him to the Catholic Church at the port of Klaipėda in the Baltic Sea. When I was in Lithuania some years ago, I set out in search of the church. The importance of the story is that this marked the beginning of Ullathorne's conversion. It speaks to us again of the importance of the Eucharist and the role of the layman of faith in the life of the young seaman who was searching for his way in life. It is a good story to tell on Sea Sunday, when we support in prayer and donations the work of the Apostleship of the Sea, which does so much to befriend seamen from different parts of the world who come to our shores, often after a long time at sea and away from home, in need of a welcoming hand. The church is where the welcome spoken of in the Gospel this Sunday is to be found. Come to me, all you who labor and are overburdened, and I will give you rest. The words of Jesus in the Gospel go on to challenge us. Shoulder my yoke and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. The image of the yoke brings back memories for me. I am old enough to remember going to my grandparents' farm in Ireland and seeing 2 horses pulling the plough with a double yoke to till the field. Soon that image was to go with the tractors and other mechanization. As Jesus was in the care of the carpenter Joseph, the tradition has grown up, not unreasonably, that he would have helped make yokes for animals. Then, the spiritual application of this. If we are to take on the person of Jesus in our daily life, the journey is going to be much easier with his walking by our side. Not only that, Jesus is meek and humble of heart and will find rest for our souls. Earlier in the chapter of the Gospel of St. Matthew, Jesus was confronting the religious leaders who made the lives of the people a burden. The 10 Commandments have been translated for them as 613 precepts. In contrast, the way of Jesus is presented as uncomplicated and even restful. His way is the fulfillment of the prophet Isaiah's words in the first reading for the 14th Sunday. Finding him is to find the one who leads us to, quote, rejoice heart and soul, especially in his presence with us now in the Holy Eucharist. Let us treasure this gift, the real presence, and share it with others.